ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to JR Cricket Institute. We're in Chandigarh, Indian Super Series 2024. Got the Joburg Jets up against the Erode Panthers. Erode Panthers hail from the south of India. Young lads took a 50-hour train ride up to be here at this tournament. They're staying at the Cricket Hub. It's the other cricket venue where we're playing at. And they're taking on the Joburg Jets, who have flown from Johannesburg to be here for this wonderful tournament. Opening the batting is Jandre Johnson and Hendrik Kruger. Jandre Johnson, a young talented player. He's come onto the scene, leaps and bounds this year. He's really stepped up his game to another level and just been selected to play for LMS South Africa at the Last Man Stands World Cup taking place in Kenya later this year. The Indian side has not been selected yet, so opportunity for these young lads from Erode to not only win this match but put their hands up for selection.
Wait. Here we go. Cool. I got it. Leg stump, sir.
Just waiting for the batters to take guard. And we'll be underway shortly. This is quite a classic game in terms of the pool scenario. Both these teams are in Pool E. And a win here for both teams will take them through to the knockout. So a very big match for both sides. Joburg Jets have just played the one game. Erode have played two. 1-1 lost one. So they need a win here. And it's Caterval opening up. Johnson off the mark, nudges that down to third man. Erode Panthers in the black and gold. Joburg Jets in the black and pink. That's a good shot there by Hendrik Kruger. Smart cricket. It's very important early on just to get bat on ball. Establish the pace of the wicket, especially this wicket. It's proved tricky for batters to get in on. The more often you can get bat on ball, the more comfortable you get at the crease. Is what I've seen. Knocking it around nicely here. There should be two here. It's good fielding by the youngsters. Erode Panthers.
Two very good fielding teams here, Bjorn. I think we're going to be surprised if we don't see a good catch in the outfield or a good bit of groundwork that results in a run out. There's a lot of yellow helmets out there. The keeper's got a yellow helmet on. Both batsmen have got yellow helmets. Perfect under the lights.
Oh, looks like the batter's just got cramped there. He's pulled a hamstring, he's got cramp. I think they need to... He's got cramp badly there. I don't know what's happened. He needs to straighten the toe, not pull it forward. I think he's okay. I think there was a case of cramp there. Strange to see before he's done too much running. That could be a problem later on. It'll be at the back of his mind. It's uncomfortable getting cramp there in your hammies. Needs to reset. Good start for the Joburg Jets, 7 without loss. So, Manny Kandan coming onto ball.
Thank you.
Great experience for this youngster. He bowled superbly the other night.
It's an exciting stage of the tournament where the group final positions in each group are starting to take shape. And this is a very tight group, this one. The Cheshire Cats will be watching this closely. The Chandigarh Sharkins will be watching this closely. Both teams will be hoping for a Joburg Jet win because that will give them better chance of qualifying for the knockout stages.
Very interesting dynamic in that pool. A lot of permutations that can happen. Joburg Jets want to keep destiny in their hands. They need to win this game. The same goes for Erode Panthers. Win here for them. Almost certainly see them through. That's a great delivery.
Well bowled. Superbly bowled that.
Bit of turn. Good loop as well.
It's got a strong run up to the crease. He's got a great action, Bjorn. I think he's
Been well coached.
exciting prospect. Still a teenager.
Kruger on strike.
What's the revs on the ball here?
It's gone up in the air. It's half a chance. That's the first wicket.
Bit of a soft dismissal there from Henrik Kruger, wasn't that, Bjorn? It's a bit of a nothing shot. You'll be disappointed with that.
I'm just saying early on how difficult it is to get in on this wicket and how vital partnerships are early on. Wickets in hand coming into the last 6 or 7 overs. So not really necessary, I think, that shot. There was no need for it just yet.
To be fair, I don't know the team tactics, so maybe his role was to go out there and try the revs on the ball here, a few early boundaries, and if that's the team tactics and you die,
it's half a chance.
Getting out, or you get out the revs on the ball here, clear the ropes, and that's what you've been sent to do then.
That's what you got to do. Maybe the team tactics need to be reassessed.
But yeah,
what I've seen today, they haven't been sitting here all day watching the game though, so it's a bit more difficult for them.
But I think what you were saying earlier, it's just normal cricket to start, try and get a platform. On a wicket like this, you can easily be bowled out in your 100 balls, so You want to sort of take that out of the equation. Doesn't mean going to your shell, but it just means trying to play low-risk cricket, push into the gaps, run hard, and if you get anything loose, you put it away.
So Sean Robbins, the new batsman, experienced campaigner. 10 for 1 after 2. Erode Panthers be very happy with the start, I think. The wickets mean prizes. It's a good ball, just took the pace off.
I think this wicket's going to suit the teams that can take the pace off it now, Bjorn. It really is gripping on the surface now. For the first time in the tournament, we've actually seen the ball spinning quite a lot as well. Great shot from Johnson, just won that. Thought he'd got a bit squarer than that. So Jandre Johnson, he hasn't really got out of second gear yet in this tournament. He hasn't needed to though, Bjorn. He's just played within himself. But he's an exciting player, and we know that when he does decide to go from second, third, fourth, fifth gear, he's got shots all over the ground.
Yeah, he scored a 50 yesterday. And it's a sign of a good batsman to score 50s when you're not looking at your best, I think.
I wouldn't even say it wasn't that he didn't look at his best. I just didn't really see him try anything different. He's just literally blocking the ball into the covers and running. He was hardly having to try anything different. He just played within himself.
I think it's also a sign of the different bowling style, batting conditions here in India. I don't think he was comfortable out there. So he reined himself in, which is good. He's gone for that one. That's
Sean Robin.
Is it Sean Robin?
Was that Johnson?
That was Johnson.
Oh, that was Johnson, so yeah.
I think that was a beautiful shot by the youngster, and that's more of what we're used to. The SA Super Series.
That was a great shot.
He was playing that all day. He just absolutely carved up the attacks. He was striking at about 180, 190. It's gone again. This could be short. Lucky got away with that. That wasn't a good shot there. Good comeback from the bowler.
But he'll hopefully learn from that. He'll probably know in himself that that was not possibly necessary. But he's such an exciting player once he gets going. An elegant player.
19 for 1 after 3. Sixes relieved a bit of the pressure.
This is his second time in the Indian Super Series, isn't it, Bjorn? So he's probably learned from last year. Did he came over last year with the...
He came over with Masagami, and then he also toured to Malaysia with the Jets, though. He enjoys his tours.
Yeah.
A little bit of a naughty bugger. He was caught in the hotel in Malaysia with the scooters, playing after hours and 3 in the morning. He enjoys a bit of fun. That's a huge shot. That's 6 runs. He's seeing it nicely tonight.
That's a great shot. Not an easy put away that. Young Mandikan's bowling well here.
By Rifat had to sit him down at the coffee and just talk about his behavior and rein him in. Let's look at that again.
So Jandre Johnson in his first innings, we're just talking about how he just played within himself, and he looks like he's decided to be a bit more expansive today, Bjorn.
23 off 13 would suggest that. He's looked free-flowing. Different situation when you're setting a target.
Oh. Sean Robin goes back there, and luckily he got some bat on it. If he didn't, I think he could have been in trouble.
He's done well to get some bat on there.
Well played. It's well bowled, well played as well. Just pushes it out.
Run out.
Good fielding. So watch if we can get a slow motion there, just watch how the ball just grips in the surface.
Very good bowling there by Manikadan. He just took the pace off that. A little bit of drift as well. Well bowled. It's a great finish for the youngster. Good comeback and good finish there. Went for a bit of tap there early on and came back strong. Impressed with him. Manikadan scores 29 for 1 after 4. Johnson's on 25 or 15. Robin 2 from 2.
It's a great start, I think, for Joburg Jets. 29 for just 1 wicket down. We saw 138 was a winning score in the previous match.
Robin's just hit that too cleanly. It's just the one there. If he had hit it a bit softer into the gap, could have looked for 2. That's huge. He's definitely feeling good out there, seeing it cleanly.
He's going through his full repertoire here, Bjorn. He's hit 1 over extra cover for 6. He hit 1 straight down the ground for 6, and now he's got over mid wicket.
Rocked back nicely there. Difficult shot to play. He's pulled it off well.
So Sean Robin just needs to stay there. Yesterday he was the aggressor in the partnership.
Striking it well yesterday. Interesting turnaround.
I think we were alluding.
Faced 3 balls though.
Yeah, but we're alluding to that on commentaries that Johnson would normally like to be the aggressor, and Sean Robin was going well, and Johnson was mature enough just to say, okay, today I'm going to give the strike to Robin. And Robin surely must know that at this stage, if he gets out, it'll put pressure on Johnson. He just needs to knock it around for a while.
Almost bowled round his legs there.
He's got to be careful planting that left foot too early there. Batsman bowler's just trying to get it to drift into the pads.
Well bowled by Selvin.
Watch the replay again, yeah. That was from earlier on there, Bjorn. You just see the ball gripping. So there's a bit of turn in the surface. We saw Jack Williams earlier today. He was managing to get the odd one to turn. We saw the Bangladeshi spinners taking great liking to this wicket, especially Zilani.
At odd times, some of the spinners, Jack Williams in particular, have been able to spin it prodigiously, right angles. Been very tricky to bat on against him when they're turning it that much. Even Zilani's opening, his first wicket he took, turned a mile. So there's turn out there. Going to see more spin here.
There'll be a lot of chat in the Erode Panthers lineup. They're playing against the South African team from Johannesburg. On the half out, the wickets don't turn much there, Bjorn. In general, they skid on a bit, so yeah, you got a turning wicket, and they'll be wanting to test their capabilities against spin.
So in summertime, that's true. Winter, with no rain, and they get pretty dry and keep low and slow.
Does John Johnson play in the Winter League?
He plays all year round. He's played a lot of LMS. I always say that Zoo Lake Sports Club is the best place for the Proteas to prepare for a tour to India after a winter season. And especially on the last game of the day, it starts to crumble. A few craters there. So it's a completely different game of cricket in the winter there in the high fault. Looking for two.
Flourish of the bat from Johnson. He really is a stylish player.
Some superb fielding in the deep there by Erode Panthers. See the young, agile, athletic team. It's a straight, that should be four. No,
he didn't quite time it. Johnson just goes deep in his crease there. Punches it over the bowler's head, but didn't quite time it. But he moves on to 35 from just 19 on this wicket. That's some going.
Sean Robin on the other end just seems to be battling a bit. Picking it up as much as well as he was yesterday. I think he needs to just play with a straight bat, knock it for ones and twos at the moment. He's feeling the pace a bit better. That's it.
Good cricket from
great cricket.
You don't always have to be seeing the ball well or hitting the ball well. Sometimes you just got to be a good situational player.
And when Johnson's striking it so cleanly, the situation is just to knock it for one and get him on strike. He's going to be on 50 soon, so you'll have your turn. Your turn will come to play the big shots.
Yeah, that's right, Bjorn. Johnson might get out, or he might get to 50, and then at some point Robin will have a different role, but at the moment the role is just to keep giving the strike back to Johnson. It's good. I think he realizes that, Bjorn. So it's good batting from Sean Robin. He's not doing anything spectacular, but doesn't need to do anything spectacular.
He's not eating up any dots as well, which is a good thing. There's no pressure building on the batters at the moment. Pressure's all on the bowlers. As I say that, I see 3 dots in the last 10 balls.
That's fine, though. They've had a good few overs.
That's well bowled. The length, Speetson Johnson there from Suresh Selvam.
I think you've gone a bit too straight there. That's going to end up being costly 3 wides, I think. Not easy to bowl to Johnson. He's always coming at you. He's always putting you under pressure.
Oh, it's big. He's got all of that. That's into the farm. Might need a new ball.
It's a great hit. A strong player as well. That's not an easy put away. It takes some power. He's got a power game with the deft touches.
He hits a long ball.
Thank you.
It takes Chandra Johnson to 44.
Striking it at 200 yet.
And there's the deft touch you were speaking about.
And now he's showing off here, Bjorn. Great shot.
Very good batting. 48 from 23. He's played all around the ground.
Outstanding knock. This has been the best innings of the day so far.
Let's make sure I get back, yeah?
Now, I think it's crucial that he gets his 50, Bjorn. Just take his time. Doesn't have to get there quickly. And he knows that. I'm really impressed with this innings from Jandra Johnson, reading the situation so well. He's on to 49. He doesn't want to get out on 49. Beyond, the team needs him just to get to his 50, and then that'll allow the likes of Sean Robin to free up a little.
We've seen Sean can clear the ropes. So one in the bank will be a huge relief for the Joburg Jets. All the other batsmen coming in can just play with freedom. I still won't want to lose regular wickets. We've seen that just hinders the progress of your total.
Do you think he will know that he's on 49? Do you think he's aware of the score there?
No. I think he's asking the umpires every over.
Oh, he definitely was aware. He was just looking to get a no-look single. And that's his 50.
That's not the way he wanted to get it, but he's got it. Well batted. What a knock there from the youngster.
His first false shot of the innings, but he gets to 50. And something tells me that won't be the last we see of him in this innings. Bjorn, I think he's going to be coming in around the 16th, 17th over again. That's my prediction. He walks off to a bottle of water from one of his teammates.
Wonder if he'll be allowed a beer tonight after that wonderful knock.
I don't think so.
Strict curfew rules. The Joburg Jets.
If you asked me if you're going to have a beer, I might have given you a different answer.
No comment. So, new batsman in is Ruin Kutsa. He also looked good yesterday.
And Jandra Johnson has actually helped Sean Robin here as well. Just gives him a bit more freedom in terms of how he can approach his innings from here. It's a nice feeling when you've got your premier player sitting in the dugout on 50 waiting to come back into bat. Sean Robin still needs to watch the ball, but he doesn't do anything stupid, but he can... Ooh. So the new batsman's Kutsa. He starts with the...
Going for a lap there. I don't think that's the right way to get off the mark. He plays the ball so nicely straight down the ground. Gotta play to your strengths.
Yeah, Ben, when you see him hit as cleanly as that, you think, why is he bothered with the little Dilshan scoop behind, square on the back of the offside? He's a powerful player.
The last 3-4 years he's filled out. He's got a lot stronger.
Great hands.
His game's just come on leaps and bounds. Been really impressed with him. He was knocking on the door of the South African side. I think he's also a keeper. Oh, that's a drop catch.
I'd like to see a replay. I think he did get an edge on that, Bjorn.
Definitely got an edge. Let's have a look.
Oh, big thick edge. Oh, the keeper should have stayed down. As you know, as a keeper, Bjorn, you've got to stay down there.
Just like you were doing today, Wayne. I was so impressed with you keeping behind the stumps there.
You probably didn't watch the last over where I missed a regulation. I actually got a bit too close and I got an edge that raced past my right ear.
I wasn't sure if that was an edge or it was just a quicker one.
I actually wasn't sure either.
You were standing about a yard too close to it. I think Muzi's got a good turn of pace though, and that was a yard quicker than he'd been bowling the previous over.
Coming back to the action here. Sean Robin, very watchful Sean Robin today. But Joburg Jets are ahead of the game here. 9 and over on this wickets A very healthy run rate.
Great shot. Oh, superb fielding. They're going to have to run up. They thought it was a boundary.
They only get 1 run for that.
Two.
Two.
Two, but only just two. They thought it was a certain boundary. That's superb fielding by Erode. Let's have a look at this replay here. Classic reverse sweep. It's been an exciting start to the Joburg Jets innings. From their perspective, Erode would have liked to have kept the runs down a bit more, maybe picked up 1 or 2 more wickets. Had a couple chances. Kutsa on strike.
Well played again there. Johnson's knock. I know we've already spoken a lot about it, but it really has set up this innings for the Joburg Jets. This is not an easy wicket to come in and score freely on from word go. It's going to take Kutsa and Robin. Well, Robin's faced 15 deliveries, but definitely Kutsa's going to take a few more deliveries to get used to the pace of the wicket. And even Robin, you can see he's been there for 15 deliveries, but he's not quite looking as dangerous as he was yesterday.
No, he's definitely not as comfortable as yesterday. And he still managed to get to 19 from 15.
Yeah, I think that's what the point I'm making is that he doesn't have to think he needs to be doing anything more than that. He could just make sure that he strikes it at around 130, 120, 130 strike rate will be good here, Bjorn.
Yeah, he just needs to keep on going, I think. He doesn't need to manufacture too many shots. I did like that reverse sweep. He played it really well. But there's no pressure on him. So they can build a little partnership from scratch here.
Well, this is a good over here from Tanik Chakalam.
Very good.
It's on for Maiden, I think, yeah.
So pressure on Kutsa, even though there's not really, in terms of the scoreboard, there'll be pressure on him having faced those 3-dot balls. He'll be wanting to get off strike or be wanting to have a release shot here. Something's going to happen.
This gets a half volley outside off stump. He's managed to return the strike to Sean Robin. So Sean Robin, 19 from 15. Feel that he might look to put the foot on the accelerator soon.
He played that shot nicely yesterday. I think, it's also different conditions to previous day's play. He's playing it very nicely yesterday off his legs.
One thing, yeah, so go for it.
Great over there from Tanik Chalam to just the 2 coming from it, 79 for 1 after 10.
I'm fairly confident that we're not going to see someone from the road team score a 22-ball 50. I'd be very surprised if that happened. I think that knock from Jandre Johnson was a cut above on this wicket. And you know that when you see someone like Kutsa, who's a talented ball striker in his own right, just struggling out here, Bjorn.
Yeah, and I think he's not playing the ball on its merit at times. We saw that first shot he played. Sometimes your mind's just not where it should be, and you just got to go back to basics and nudge it around for 1s and 2s to get back into, so your shot selection comes a bit better. I think that's where he's at the moment. Still early days, only faced 10 balls, but from what we've seen so far, he's looked scratchy. $79 for 1 after 10. Little drinks break for the players. Reassess the situation. So in this situation here, Wayne, if you Nishan, what do you tell the two batsmen at the crease here? Got one in the bank.
Well, Nishan's a good leader of men from the Joburg Jets. And I feel the first thing I would say is when you get bat and ball, run hard. That's one thing that's in your control. You're not always going to be able to find a boundary. You might be struggling with your timing, but you can show intensity. And if you are struggling just to get the ball away over the ropes for four, you can run hard for your man at the other end and try and turn ones into twos. And when you feel this ball in your area, go hard, but just play with freedom. I don't think they need to worry about losing wickets. In fact, losing wickets might be a good thing with Johnson in the hat. So running between the wickets is a key here.
Yeah, I think that's sound advice there. You can get 6 or 7 and over just by running hard between the wickets.
Okay, off stump.
If the ball's there, go for it.
Do you think Kotze will be looking to go big soon? Yeah. That's so well bowled. Outside his eye line.
If he'd left it, it would have been a wide.
I don't think you want to bowl too straight to Kotze.
He's tall, got big levers. Naveen, 3 to come here.
Good cricket from both teams. One thing you don't want is dots, beyond. So although it's only 3 from the over, when you're ahead of the game like this, you just got to ensure that you keep the momentum going. The boundaries will come. And there's one of them.
The longer you stay in, the easier it gets. You do get the odd bad ball, you just got to be patient.
And suddenly 3 singles, followed up by boundary, and you got your 7 off the over.
He's got a fairly close grip on his bat there, Kutsa.
That there just shows the challenges on the wicket. He's looking to hit that through extra cover. It just stops on him and he ends up getting an inside edge past the bowler. So that shows how tough it is there, Bjorn. It's not quite coming on.
He's done well to get some bats on there. 87 for 1 after 11. Erode Panthers desperately need some more wickets here.
So Bjorn, I think I'm going to go with the surname here, not the first name. Thanikap back into bowl.
Thanikap Chalam. Thanikap. I've updated his name on the database. See, yesterday it was Thanikap Chalam. Thanikap Chalam.
Get a lot of practice.
Well done to Shiva, the team owner of Erode. He's really outstanding getting this team out here for the Indian Super Series. Been really impressed with his players. They're still in this match.
And they've always got smiling faces beyond that.
Oh, what a Great fielding there.
He's also got a bit of in-swing, but yeah, they're a lovely bunch of guys. Enthusiastic. 50-hour train trip from South India up to the north. The only team from South India involved in this tournament. It's great to have them here. Young guys given opportunity, and they're very grateful for it, and just awesome to see them out here having fun.
Playing the game in the right spirit. I'd like to see a replay of that one-handed stop off his own bowling there. I think I would have torn a groin or a hamstring or something there if I tried that. It's upish. Should just be the one. So a little bit of a lull here in the game. Teams feeling each other out. I think Erode are quite happy to see the back of Johnson. A bit more happy with the run rate at the moment. Projected score's gone down to 153. Probably feeling a little bit more in control. So off a chance straight.
Yeah, it's just struggling to generate any pace of the ball. I think from what I've seen, Sean Robin, like a lot of us players that play in South Africa and England, we like the pace coming on, and he seems a lot more comfortable when the balls get into him quicker. Yesterday, on the quicker wicket with the quicker bowlers, he was more fluent. He's really having to battle hard for his runs here. But I think he's doing all right. 23 from 21 on a tricky wicket. We saw in the previous game how Gurgaon Incredible struggled to get to 80. And Joburg Jets are already on 91. So I don't think he's 23 of 21 is that bad from a strike rate point of view.
We've seen how important partnerships have been. Keep the innings going. In the first two games of the day, the batters were scoring less than a run a ball and managed to get 50s or 40, which put their teams into winning positions. So if you can do something similar here, it'd be a valuable knock. He's got an edge there.
So he's crafted hard.
It's called buys there by the umpire. I thought I heard a nick.
I also thought that looked like a
definitely
DVD.
hit the cover off that, I think. I think he's hit that off stump. Otherwise he would have been bowled.
Umpire saw it differently, but Robin just justified there. Just shows that time at the crease, something eventually does happen. He hasn't lost his patience. That doesn't go to his name, but the score moves on to 95. They're going at 8 and over.
He's getting in drift. It's a better shot there from Robin. But slight fumble there. Might be the dew coming into play.
It's around about now that it really does start getting thick out there, the dew. It's not at its peak. That'll happen in the second innings when the Jets are bowling.
Robin on strike. Should be 2 here. They're running hard.
To be honest, just the thought I've had actually as you spoke about the dew is this wicket is a bit stoppy, and first time we've on this strip. Do you think when the dew really sets in that it actually might quicken up a bit in the second innings and might make run scoring a little bit easier?
Outfield should slow down a bit, but the pitch might quicken up, you're right.
So the reason why I say that often in the IPL, when the dew comes in, teams like to be chasing on wickets that start skidding on a bit more. So it'll be interesting to see if the dew does help the batsman in terms of...
But I suspect the ball's going to swing around a bit more for those first 2 overs.
Oh, you see, there's the dew.
I hope he hasn't done himself an injury. So I think the first couple maybe even the first 3-4 overs, the ball will be swinging around, and then as soon as it's after 4 overs, I think it's just going to be going dead straight. It'll start getting a bit heavier. That's what we saw last night, anyway. The sea movement disappeared, but it also became harder for the batsman to middle it. There was less forgiveness for. He really had to hit it in the sweet spot. I know these bats have a huge sweet spot these days. So Mannequin Dan is back into bowl. Been impressed with him. Andre Johnson took a liking to him, but he always held his composure and had a plan. Executed. Didn't always work, but he's always thinking about where he was going to put it.
He's got a lovely action.
A little bit too full there.
Well played by Sean Robin. Gets his just rewards from staying in there. He's taking that off stump.
Nice shot.
So this has been a battling innings from Sean Robin. Hasn't been as fluent as he was yesterday, but he's really battled and it's now turning into a valuable knock for his team. This one's gone straight up.
Half a chance, might be short. Oh, he's got a bit of luck there. Got to ride your luck, take your chances.
But he's nearly every ball's a free hit from here beyond with only 6 overs to go, and the luxury of Johnson in the hut, it is a collapse. So still got to watch the ball, but there's no pressure from a wicket's point of view.
Nice feeling when you're in the middle. Although sometimes you can get a bit bogged down and feel the pressure from the change room. The eyes glaring down at you if you're not scoring quick enough. You know you've got Johnson in the hut.
You can see Sean Robbins definitely making the effort to try and accelerate this run rate, but it's one thing having the intent, but it's not easy to execute here, Bjorn, and it really is tough batting conditions. I think they're going really well here. He's really put everything into that, and it's just trickled out to mid-wicket.
Looking for the wide. I think might have just...
Let's just kiss the wide line. Be interesting to see a replay of that.
I think when it went past the batsman it was inside, and when the keeper took it was outside. It's very tight. I think the umpire's discretion is also allowed there. And his bat's actually gone over the ball there. He should have hit it. So a massive Group E game here. Joburg Jets are currently bottom of the table, but they've only played 1 game. Cheshire Cats are on top with 3 games. They've got 18 points, but they've played all their matches. Everyone's chasing them. It's down the ground. They're looking for 2. Should only be 1. Going for 2. Could be a run out here.
A superb running.
Change room loved that. It's a big cheer from the Joburg Jets. Sometimes you've got to put a bit of pressure on and hope for the bad throw. I think a better throw there was definitely out, but...
And that's what we were talking about earlier, Bjorn, is it's not going to be easy to get the ball away for boundaries here, so you got to play for each other. Kotze hasn't found it easy going either yet, and he's run hard there for his partner Robin, and he's turned a 1 into a 2.
We've got to do the same again here. That's the standard now.
See,
ready for it that time.
Sean Robin definitely likes the pace on. He looks like a different player when the seamers come on and there's a bit of pace. Great cover drive, or straight drive down the ground, just the 1, but he hit that sweetly.
he's bowled him.
But I think the juice starting to take effect. It's now starting to skid on a little bit more. That one seemed to rush Kutsa. It almost...
Beat him for pace. Let's have a look at the replay. Batting on off stump as well.
See, that skidded on.
Let's get it on. There was also late swing there, eh? That started outside off and just swung in.
Probably should be coming forward to that, but I think he's done in by just a little bit extra pace of the wicket. His feet
He's played it from his crease there.
Yeah.
I think that's the key there. You got to get forward. He would have mitigated the swing. Let's have another look from this angle. See the shape of the ball. It's gone back to a full one though. Truth be told, I think that was the crux of the issue there.
So young Naseko comes to the crease. Good all-round cricketer, great fielder. One of the pick of the bowlers for me, or one of the pick of the seam bowlers in the tournament so far. Quick arm action. He's also got a good batting technique, beyond well-organised player.
It's a cleanie. He's opened the batting for his club side on occasion.
Which cricket club does he play for, Bjorn?
Comes from Alexandra Cricket Club, one of the biggest townships in South Africa. And they play in the Premier League in Gauteng. And I think these tours to India and Malaysia and Cape Town have brought on his game in leaps and bounds from the youngster we saw a year ago. I can't believe how much he's improved.
Now it's a special moment for him under lights in India. Sure, his family and friends will be watching this broadcast from Johannesburg. They'll be cheering him on. Great split screen here. Watch the two batsmen talking on the left, and then you've got the bowler on the right.
Robin told him to get forward. So, Seko taking guard.
But beyond, if the outfield's getting as wet as that is, it must also be on the wicket. And we know what happens often when you've played and there's been a bit of rain, and then you come on to bat. The wicket does quicken up. It can skid on a bit. So I do think that the ball might just come onto the bat better in these last 5 overs of the innings here now.
Good shape again. You really need to get forward to
He slips there.
cut.
But that's good intensity from young Maseko.
Good running from Sean Robin. He must be tired now. He's on 37 from 31.
There's a few twos in there, the timeline now on there, starting to develop. Important factor coming in here for the Jets. They need to push those ones and try and turn them into twos.
He's punched that down the ground. It's half a chance for the bowler. It's a good looking shot.
It does become tricky turning for the twos though, Beyond, so we probably got to be a bit mindful of that. The batsmen aren't batting in spikes. There's the request of the groundsman here to bat in rubbers.
That pitch is so rock hard. I think if they were in spikes, it wouldn't make any difference. But groundsmen are a special breed, and you've got to listen to them, because without them, there's no pitches prepared. So, and hats off to the groundsmen, because it is a fantastic facility. Wouldn't mind hijacking these guys and taking them back to Johannesburg to prepare some wickets for us. So Seko's on 3 from 2.
Well played. Well bowled as well. It's a projected score. If they go at the current run rate, gets them to 150. They'll be looking for 160 though, I think, Bjorn.
That's kept low. But you've got to get your head in line.
I don't think there's much you can do with that there.
It's so difficult, isn't it? It's easy on the armchair. I liked it when Sean was standing on, moving across to off stump. Was done again there. Has he got all of that? Yes, he has. That's 4 welcome boundaries.
This has been a fighting knock. It hasn't come easy for him today, but he's stuck in there. He looks like a nuggety player.
It does look nuggety. I think that's a good word to describe Robin. His teammates are appreciating his effort in the middle.
I think when he came down the wicket there, he was initially looking to hit him straight back over his head, but the ball didn't quite get to him. Bowler took it off, some pace off it, and he just pulls it away. I'm not sure that was where he was initially looking, Bjorn, but it's well adapted.
Good result. Just too early on it. Bowler too good there. Took the pace off. Clever bowling.
So Laseka looking to hit a 12 there.
Won't be happy with himself with that.
I think the team didn't need him to chew up dot balls there. So with Johnson in the hat, he had full license to do what he did, but he probably could have just kept his head down.
It's the right intent, though. As you say, the situation called for some big shots. Nothing to lose.
Cricket's a team game played by individuals, and the team needed him to try and get a boundary.
The only thing I would say to him is just to work on that. The guy's drifting the ball into the stumps there. Try and get inside the line of it. I think if his head was in line with the ball there, he probably would have been able to get hold of it and clear the ropes. I do think he needs to be a bowling all-rounder.
Good shot from Sean Robin. Just punches it into the offside. The new batsman's Armand van der Merwe. Really good opening bowler for the Joburg Jets. Haven't seen much of him bat. Bjorn, can you tell me if you know anything about his batting?
He's a solid batsman, Wayno. He's season campaign. I'm going to bring up his stats in a second.
So Sean Robin deserves a 50 for all his toil.
He's almost next to that there. Commentator's curse almost comes to fruition. 43 from 36. Does deserve a 50. So Armand van der Merwe has played 40 innings, 718 runs, average of 37, strike rate of 164. So he's no mug with the bat.
Which lead does he play in?
So I think he plays in the East Rand and he plays a little bit in Pretoria, a little bit all over.
So it's a good, handy all-rounder to have in your side. Always good when your opening bowler can also bat in the top 6 in last man stands. Joburg Jets, it's one of those dilemmas. They probably would have, in some ways, hoped they'd lost a few more wickets by now. But it's a long tournament, and there's also a lot of value in your middle to lower order being tested and getting an opportunity to spend some time in the middle.
Very good point. Could come to a crunch game later on in the tournament where they need these guys to do the business, so it's valuable middle time for them. Can't really simulate this in the nets.
And you can't always rely on Johnson to get runs, so if your only strategy is to get Johnson back in, I don't think you are a title contender, but if you can get some runs out of 5, 6, 7, 8, then you can put your name as one of the teams to be considered for the title.
It's good running there by the youngsters.
The more I watch the Joburg Jets, the more I think that they've got an opportunity in those knockout stages to cause an upset. I'm not sure they've got the ability to go all the way and win the final, but I do think they've got a team that can at least win 2 knockout stages, maybe even get themselves into the semi-final or final.
This is a good fight back by Erode Panthers. 125 for 3.
Shots from the boundary to Hoyo Kop off.
Has that been Wado?
If our Afrikaans is still good enough, I think it means keep your head down, but
it's a yard quicker. He saw him coming and dropped it short. It's bowled by Thanik. Chalam's been a long day.
That's a bit frenetic from Armin van der Merwe.
He just needs to get some bat on ball here. Any bat on it behind square, it's going to go.
It's that time of the night where the ball becomes soap again, Bjorn. So Road will be...
That'll come into play with the Jets are fielding.
Road will be delighted, yeah, Bjorn. The last sort of 10 deliveries, they've really come out tops. Joburg Jets are potentially struggling for 150 now, and that looked almost a guarantee a few overs ago. What has happened there?
Double bounce.
Has it bounced twice? I was watching the game live. I didn't see it on the TV. We could see a replay of that. Last delivery. Score is 126 for 3. 10 balls to go. The Erode Panthers have been outstanding. The second 10 really pulled it back. Score is looking at 180 at one stage. Now projected score 140. It's Ariel. Just short of the fielder.
You can hear the Road guys, they feel like they're now in the game, and I do think they are. Joburg just haven't been able to penetrate the boundaries in these last few overs yet. And another play and a miss.
Sean Robin, been in the 40s for a long time now.
Just taking the ball pace off it against Robin. They realise he likes the ball coming onto him. Run twos are the call.
There should have been more of that because the misfields come.
Yeah, but it's good backing up from the young Erode fielder there. They've been good in the field, Bjorn. We've seen a lot of teams at this time of the night really struggle with the outfield, and they've been the best of all the teams so far in the late game in the field.
Should have been two there. I feel like Sean Robbins looks a little bit tired there. Looks like he's sucking gas.
possibly also feels that he's just struggling to find the boundaries, hoping that Armand van der Merwe can find the boundary on this last ball of the over. I think might have lost that a little bit in the lights there.
Definitely lost in the lights there. I was a bit worried when he put his hand out. He's going to land on his head. It's luckily bounced short of him and just the one. So going into the final over, it's 131 for 3. Sean Robin, 47 or 41. Armand van der Merwe, 6 off 8.
It's been tough out there for the batsman. Sean Robin played a battling knock here. And it's hard to know until Erode batted whether this is a match-winning, or not a match-winning knock, but a knock that's kept the momentum going, or if it's an innings that Jets might look back on and think he was under par in terms of his strike rate. I think his strike rate's been okay here, beyond, but time will tell.
I think it's what I would have been a little bit disappointed with. It's hard to know because I'm not out there, but I think they could have run a bit harder in this last 10, 12 overs after the end of Johnson's innings, because they know, the big strikers are, so you've got to find the run somewhere else. Which they maybe a little bit guilty of, but hats off again, as you mentioned. The Erode fielders have been superb.
They can find 2 boundaries in these next 3 deliveries, then they'll feel that they've got the upper hand again. Well bowled. And that's good from Robin.
It's not the worst. We know Robin can clear the boundary. It's worth a crack. The Erode fielders were wise to it.
Good work from the keeper though. He didn't try and run out Robin at the keeper at his end. Got the ball to the bowler, and his most important thing there, probably be honest, is he saved a run. I don't think the wicket really is even a factor here, but he saved a run.
Jano Obolhoza is the new batsman in, the non-striker's end. Robin's on strike. He's on 47. Oh, so close to the off stump. And wants the last ball. Needs a home run here. I need to get to 140.
So all the momentum here is with the Erode Panthers. Johnson got them off to an incredibly fast start, and since then it's been a real battle for the batsman. Shots at run 3.
They could have run 3 there, but it was a good shot. He's the end of the first innings. Joburg Jets 135 for 4 or 20. They'll be a little bit disappointed, but it's runs on the board that counted all day here, and it's something to bowl at for their bowlers.
Yeah, I think they feel that they've left 15 out there, but 135 in our reckon is a good score. We'll be taking a break. Enjoy some of the highlights from the first innings.
in the air there. Welcome back. The start of the second innings. Joburg Jets have posted 135. Their allotted overs. Standout performance from Jandre Johnson. Made a quick fire 50. It was well backed up by Sean Robin. Ron Kutzer made a start, but didn't get going. At one stage they were looking like 180 was on the cards. They would have settled for 160, but they've ended up with 135. It's something to bowl at. Armand van der Merwe is opening up. One thing Joburg Jets are not short of is a bit of vocal support for their players. Raksham's on strike. He's yet to face the ball. He's beaten the outside of the bat there.
To be honest, just got a few degrees colder.
Big appeal for out. I didn't hear a nick or see a deviation. Have a look at the replay. Tell us what you think. Got the stump mic there.
No, I don't think he's hit that.
Maybe he hit the ground, but I didn't hear anything. The stump mic.
Get him to shape away. Here's Armand van der Merwe. It's a great start there from him. The only thing that over didn't have was a wicket, but just shows how tough it is going to be out here in this run chase.
So looks like they might be going with the same plan we saw yesterday in Joburg Jets. Only difference is I think Nishan Kishore's team owner is sitting out today. Himself and EJ.
He's got to carry the team here. He's got to carry the team here.
I think it's Johan Boboholzer has come in for them.
What does Johan do with the ball, Bjorn?
135 to get.
No idea when. I'm gonna search for you.
I'm sure we'll see in a few moments' time, but it's all about Jandre Johnson now with these right arm darts. I think this is a good option for. They've gone for the power play. So Johnson's called for the power play. So they're going, which means you can go 4-2. Only got two fielders on the leg side, but on a wicket that's skidding on and keeping low, it's a smart move. So well thought out here by the Jets in the field. To the left-hander, if he wants to go across the line and take on the leg side gaps, he runs the risk of LBW or bowled. So I like that play now for the right-hander.
What do they do? They're going to shift everyone across. It could be a long over. There's a lot of singles here. That's the only problem with this double play. Not the double play, the power play.
They've kept it 3-3 for the right-hander.
Oh, it's a good delivery there. It's well played. Played it under his eyes. Dabbed it down to third man.
And now the field has to move for the left-hander.
So out there, they won't mind jogging around to keep warm. Especially Lesego, he's got lots of energy.
But they're on the money. They're all switched on. They know the game plan. And it's good to see. I think this is excellent captaincy from the Jets here.
It's a bit shorter. And he's got it away.
That's a great shot. There's 4 fielders out there on the offside, but he still manages to find the boundary. Now the question is, does John Dre ask to go all the way back? And I think he might just stay all the way back on the boundary now.
He's got to stay back. The outfield so far, so any momentum on the ball, it just runs away. There's still big gaps on the offside.
Johnson just giving that one a bit of loop. That's the first one he's tossed up. I think he's going to go back into the wicket again now. Well bowled. So he's mixing it up nicely here, is Johnson. That's another good over for the men from South Africa.
Wouldn't mind that if I was Erode. Got the boundary and a couple of singles there. Settle the nerves. You know that you can do it now. Suresh Selvum, 7 from 5. Rakshan, 1 from 5. He's battled a bit. Faced different bowlers. So I'm wrong. I think it's Jeff Meeker sitting out. Nishan Kishore's coming on to bowl. He's not sitting out this one.
You can't leave out the man from Hollywood.
Would have given Ahmed another over. Gone with the triple threat. I love that in the high fault, the triple threat.
You know the plan.
3 opening bowlers. Keep the batsman guessing. That's a good start from Nishan.
I probably also would have liked to have seen Armand bowl another over, but what I do like about this from the Jets' point of view is that they're going to get to see early doors which bowler is able to find something in this wicket. You know, is keeping low every now and then, as it did there. So it could actually be a wicket that Nishan will enjoy bowling on.
3 dots. Okay, thank you. Let's go, boys. 3 dots left. Let's go, boys. Let's go,
Love
boys.
the hairstyle. He's charging in here. It's well bowled again. It's kept low. A bit of away movement.
And this is why we think 135 is a decent score. Beyond that's nothing for the batsman to work with. It's just tired on him. The keeper's standing up.
Shuffled across there. He's just changed guard there to middle and off. That's worked. Closer to the ball there.
That is so good. Run every 4 balls. So good.
Thinking by the batter.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go, fellas. Nice to have a batsman on strike.
Oh, Nishan's got to adjust his line here to the lefty.
Here we go.
A great start from Nishan Hollywood Kishore.
11 without loss after 3. 125 off 85 balls.
The good thing from Erode Panthers' point of view is that they haven't lost a wicket. They're going for a 4-prong attack here, Beyonce.
It's a new one. Seko coming to bowl.
So, such an exciting phase of the tournament with the top two from each group guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, and then two teams that finish third in the group will also join them, and the groups are so tight that it's hard to see who's going to be those teams finishing in the third spot that get through. So many teams still alive in this tournament. This is the final game of the day. I'm sure the guys are back at the hotel at the Radisson watching this. The Cheshire Cats, they need a win from the Joburg Jets, so they'll be supporting the Joburg Jets here, as will the Chandigarh Sharkins. They also need the Jets to win this. So the Jets have got a few supporters that they wouldn't have expected in the tournament. You see young Laseko. Jets are a really good fielding team. As we Erode, two very good fielding teams. So Laseko, skinny bowler. Can he just find one to skid on and rush the batsman here? He just needs to get that a bit straighter. That's a great length. The Jets showing that they've got four very good bowlers already. Now, do they give a fifth bowler here? Do they just do it like primary school where everyone gets one over?
Just go around the circle.
Everyone gets one over and then someone else.
It's the only way I used to get a ball. It's the straighter one you were asking for. Batsman equal to it. A lot of dots here building up. Pressure on Erode Panthers batsman. No wickets yet, which is the crucial thing to watch at the moment. They shouldn't be worried too much about the runs.
The big question is who's going to get the fifth over?
It's a fantastic over there. So Sejo and Armin van der Merwe have been the pick of the bowlers so far.
They're bowling the fifth bowler. So this is, oh no, they're back to Armin van der Merwe. So a unique approach from Joburg Jets, but it's worked, Bjorn. It's definitely worked. The batsmen haven't been able to get used to a bowler here.
The question is, do they repeat this for the next four? That's good running.
Is that
Backing up here.
Imagine being this better.
it's the end of the power play, so can only have three on each side. Suresh Selvam's going to KA, 12 of 10, the left-hander.
A little bit more, that ball's kind of popped compared to what we've seen the last few overs. If he's rolled his wrist there or taken the pace off, but it definitely got big on the batsman there.
Must be broken a hole in it.
Good running again.
So Armin van der Merwe has gone for just 5 of his 8 deliveries. So a very watchful start from Erode. The pressure's all on Rakshan here. 2 from 11. That's not what the team needs. He's putting them under a bit of pressure. Can he find one out the middle here? Oh, and Armand van der Merwe will be angry with himself. I think he thought that.
Hoping he got a bit of pad on that. But, batsman's done well to avoid being hit there. I want to come here in this over.
Oh, how was that missed? And Rakshan digging himself into a hole here, 3 from 13.
Looking a bit out of sorts. Main thing is, there's no wickets yet. The longer he stays in, the easier it'll get. So it looks like they're rinsing and repeating. Johnson's coming on to bowl here.
Yeah. Drive is fine. Let's go, boys. Pressure here. Oh, there it goes.
That's a great ball there to start the over from Jandre Johnson. It's just missed the top of off.
That's what's the
Given
pressure
it
from the
a little bit of
non-strikers
flight
doing
there,
to
a
him,
little bit of
boys.
zip in the air.
Keep going, fellas.
The run rate required just below 8 still, so still in the Erode's grass here.
It's half a chance. It's aerial. It's going to fall safe.
That was over exuberance there from the fielder. One thing being energy in the field. The fielder should have been backing up, but he didn't need to throw that like that. Sometimes you just need to take a deep breath.
I mean, the batsman was safe there. Just get it to the keeper.
Would have been an opportunity to get the right-handed Rakshan on strike again. It was a costly error because it's cost them 2 runs. And suddenly, Suresh Selvam is starting to find a few twos here. They only need just below 8 and over, so still a long way to go in this game.
Oh, it's going to skid on now. Bowled him.
One good partnership and they could get in front here. Oh, he's bowled him. There we go. Johnson.
Just had a feeling he'd worked him out there.
Yeah.
He was shifting his field around. He had a plan, then he bowled to it. Yeah, he saw it coming there. Just took the pace off. That's well bowled by Jandre Johnson.
And that is the more fluent of the 2 batsmen, so it's a big wicket that.
He's the youngster, but he's also a leader in the side there. He sets the fields. So that's the first wicket. Another look at the replay here.
Oh, got another batsman here. Nothing at the non-strikers end so far. Let's go, fellas.
22 for 1, one more to come.
Settle. Ja, donkey.
The new batsman is Goharan.
Drive, it's fine. I want to see them drive where it's getting on.
Giri on the back.
And 30 feels like 200 now, boys. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Come on, this dog. They're catching up to
Jandre Johnson is enjoying his day out here this evening. He's done well with the ball and well with the bat.
Happy. Play. Not to the dog close on.
Nishan Kishore, next bowler. He's tidy in his last over, just the 3 runs.
go. 3 dots in a single
22
here,
for 1.
boys.
114 required from 70 balls.
His first over, he just got a few to die outside off stump.
That is so good from you, young man. 3 runs of 30 balls. Excellent batting, boys.
All 4 bowlers offer something completely different here, Beyond. So it's working well for the Joburg Jets. The batsmen just can't seem to settle on the game plan yet. Completely different bowlers. All right armers, but it's
a bit too full that time. He's got away with one.
Very good.
You've got the pace of Laseko. You've got the accuracy of Armand van der Merwe. You've got the guile of Chandra Johnson. And then you've got Hollywood. Nishan Kishore, experienced campaigner.
Oh, come on.
It's going to be 2, yeah.
He's got to go to the keeper's end. Great arm. Oh!
It's well gathered by the wicketkeeper.
I think that is Armand van der Merwe that came in there. He's got a bullet of arm. Picks it.
Let's have a look at the replay. Direct hitch, I think he was out.
The Joburg Jets just showing that all 3 departments of the game are important in last man stands. Not just about batting and bowling. As you said, beyond a direct hit would have been out there. Great keeping as well, and good bowling from the skipper. And not giving an inch of the Joburg Jets here. We do know Erode have got some firepower at 4 and 5. We saw that against the Cheshire Cats. So they've still got some hitters that can come in and turn the game. So the Jets want to keep the Erode Panthers pinned down here.
It looks like they are just rinsing and repeating. Lesejo's coming into bowl.
If you're the 5th bowler, you feel a bit left out there, Bjorn.
You can't bowl 2 overs in a row either, so we'll need to mix this up.
Yeah, at some point they'll have to break this up, but it's working for them now. Laseko much quicker than he looks.
Too full from Laseko there, but just the one.
I really do fancy Laseko for wicket in this over there, Beyond. He's just got that feel about that he's made of time before he slides one through the gate here. Well bowled, Laseko in that channel. Oh, I thought that was unlucky.
It's a tight score, but been consistent all evening. It just drifted, possibly after the went past the bat. Let's see if he can bring it straighter. I'd like to see him bowl a straighter line.
Just the one. So they've got the field well placed here. Jatsov, here comes the loose shot.
He's bowling cross seam here.
Good bowling and good keeping.
Kept low that.
I say the keeper sets the tone, and he's definitely doing that.
This one's seam up. It's definitely lost a bit of its carry, the stick.
So 1 ball to come of the over. The run rate's crept up to 8.77 now, so it's getting really tight now for Erode Panthers. They need a boundary here, and they need one quickly.
2 dots in a row. Release shot coming. He's played that nicely. Just be the one.
Good cricket all round. Nice looking shot there from Geharan. Got a feel for Rakshan here. 6 from 16. Not from a lack of trying, he's just struggled like all the batsmen have today on this wicket. John Dre Johnson's innings is looking better and better as this game goes on. Beyond 23 ball 50.
I think the Joburg Jets be happy to give Kiran a single here. Although, on the other hand, they might want to keep Rakshan in.
The ball just swung at the last minute, and I think that saved Geharan's wicket there. Just a bit of late swing. Looked like it was heading for off stump. Just swings at the last minute.
Good stuff from Ahmed. Oh, just over his hands there.
I like that little pause there, Bjorn. You could see he was rushing through his overs, but he just took a moment to gather himself. He's in the zone. He's concentrating.
I was just thinking the same thing. He's pumped up. He's focused.
Bjorn, you can see in his eyes there that he's really got a clear thought as to what he's trying to achieve on each ball. Great slow motion there. It's a great, great leapfrog. So Bjorn, at some point they do have to break up this 4 bowlers bowling 1 over at the time. Because 4 times 4 with my maths Greg is 16, and then they're left with 4 overs left at the end.
I think they will go for 12, I would say, or maybe what I would do is I'd go through, rinse, repeat, each bowler bowls 3, and then I'd give Almond another one maybe, and John Johnson 4th, you bowl them out.
Unless they're
Then you
thinking,
bring in the 5th bowler.
They're not in the cover, it's fine.
do you,
You rotate him with the other 2.
do you think they could be thinking that the 5th and 6th bowler
Miss it anyway.
bowled the last 4 overs there? I don't know who the 5th and 6th bowlers are, but that could be possible. We watch this one, it's straight down the ground, well fielded by Robin.
Hell of a risky if they start getting canned everywhere.
Yeah.
Got nothing to turn to.
Strike again. Single's going to be a CB.
Very useful to hold the Secho back for the last 2.
That is so good.
That's the first misfield from the Joburg Jets, but only cost them 1. It's a good recovery.
Come on, that's one up.
2 coming into play there.
I'm also surprised you can hit that far. Go again, 3 dots.
Rakshan needs to go here. Another play and a miss from him. He's now got 8 of 20. And the longer this goes on, the harder it gets for him. He's gripping the bat tighter.
He's going for it. You like it.
That's 20% of the balls he's faced for just 8 runs.
Boys.
It's good maths there. He's waiting for the chirp winner. Oh, he's got one.
He finally gets one away. And the big man can't get down to it.
You can't blame the Jew for that one, Hendrik. He's just missed it. Should have done better there.
Maybe just needed to get the body down a bit earlier. Maybe just needed to fall on that one, Bjorn. It's just gone through his legs in the end.
So, a welcome boundary there for Rakshan.
This game's not over. It might feel like Erode have only got 38 of 9.4, and it's well below par, but the run rate required is still below 10 here. And we've seen some of the firepower that the Panthers have down their order.
Four every 10 balls. Come on, VJ. Let's see something, fella. Oh, that is so good. You've crunched that.
So Rakshan, all of a sudden, set a boundary and a single. Takes him to 13 from 22. It's the end of the 10th over. Scores 39 for 1. Erode Panthers definitely behind the 8th ball.
But they'll be thinking 2 big overs, and they're right back in the game.
I was about to say, oh, that can't be right.
That's all it takes. A few big overs.
Nishan, take another one, man.
Important things, they've got lots of wickets in hand. I think they can play a bit more freely now.
Nee, wag, hou hom vir nou, ek het vergeet. Jy het al 3 gebal, hou hom. Let's say go. Are you going to bowl?
Got to be thinking at least for these next 5 overs, a runner ball plus a boundary and over.
Jonas?
Try and go at 8 and over here.
Okay, let's say go. Keep it for later. Joa? No.
We are not just looking through the scorecard of when Cheshire Cats played Erode Panthers, and that man, Danica Chillam, he came in and struck it at 270. He was a wristy player with immense bat speed, so while he is waiting in the wings, Erode will still feel that they've got a chance. It's going to take some batting for him to repeat what he did on that opening night at the cricket hub, but he's definitely got it in his locker to go at a strike rate of over 200.
It's not inconceivable for this total to be chased down. We've seen it happen before.
In that same game, Rakshan 52 from 40. So he's obviously, his role is to play anchor, but I think
that was a match-winning innings as well.
well bowled from the Joburg jet skipper.
It's funny, I thought that one was definitely a wide. I think it was saved by the keeper there.
Let's go, Jets and VJ. We're winning this game. Let's go, fellas.
Deep in his crease.
That's big, that's huge. He's got hold of that.
Oh, we don't mind that. We don't mind that.
And there's the boundary that was needed.
Nish, I don't mind that, bud. It's a good shot.
There's still a lot of cricket to be played here tonight.
It's too full from Kishore.
I think this ends slightly easier to bat from. We actually saw the Joburg Jets score all the runs, and that was Johnson batting from that end, but it seems to be coming on a little bit better from that end.
Don't mind that. Don't mind that. Here comes the 2 dots again.
And they still haven't bowled their 5th bowler. We're intrigued in the commentary box as to how this is going to play out.
Good Nishan. Here's our dots again. Oh, that is phenomenal, VJ.
Oh, great work from the keeper.
Yeah.
That would have been out, but he's done well on 2 fronts. He stopped the overthrows and he still managed to get the ball down onto stumps. So sharp bit of glove work there.
Go.
I think Joburg Jets have got to keep back Liseko and Armin van der Merwe for Thanik Chatham. And this is the fifth bowler line to the attack, Bjorn. We've waited for it. Johan Oberholzer. He looks confident with his field placings. He knows exactly where he wants his fielders, which is a good start, good sign. He's taking control. And everyone's intrigued as to what he's going to be offering here with the ball.
Standing back, not spin.
Oh, it's a great start. So the Joburg Jets have got a good bowling lineup here, Bjorn. First I've seen of Johan Oberholzer, but he's quite a skitty customer.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry.
It's good to see Liseko coming to offer some words of encouragement. It's his debut at the Indian Super Series. He sat out the last match.
And you can just see how excited and nervous he is at the same time, Bjorn. Look at those eyes. He's walking back. Big moment for him. I'm sure his family will be watching.
Huge moment. Like to see him take a wicket here for his team. Oh, so close. Just a little bit straighter there, and he could have got his first wicket.
Umpire's called wide, but that's almost hit leg stump. But I suppose if you're going to be consistent and anything down leg, it's a wide. But that's not a bad delivery from Oberholzer. Keeper comes up to the stumps now, trying to put some pressure on Gowan.
It's well stopped.
That's very good keeping.
It's another wide. Pressure now on the youngster, Johan.
But beyond that, keeping was very good because that would have been 7 runs if he'd missed it. So, good bit of glove work. Always a danger when he comes up, especially when there's already been a wide in the over. That's better from Oberholzer. They're very animated in the field of the Jets.
There's a little bit of animation creeping into the Erode supporters on the below us here. I can see them getting a little bit excited. I think they feel a little bit of a momentum shift. Oh, it's another wide. It's going to be costly. They've got to run this.
And that's 5 runs. As you say, Bjorn, both sides can see the animation. The one sensing an opportunity, the other maybe getting a bit nervous that the game might be slipping out of their grasp, but it isn't. It's the wrong way to go. 75 or 40 on this wicket is tough, but we think, Bjorn, they're batting from the end. That's slightly easier to score from.
Jets need to just remain calm here. Throw the ball in a million miles at the keeper.
But look at that. Oberholzer goes for 13. And although I like the approach of the 4-prong attack, I do feel when you're the 5th bowler and you're just sitting out waiting for your chance, it can put a bit of pressure on you.
Well, lots of pressure on him in those next over he bowls. Do you think possibly keeper needs to go back to him? I don't think that helped.
I agree. I think the keeper needs to go back. You don't want to compound an error of a wide. And now they've got to consider, do they need to share the 5th bowler duties?
So batsmen just have a little bit of more freedom at the moment. They're enjoying themselves out there. I think they're in this. It's good to see. They've held in.
Joburg Jets need a good over here just to calm the proceedings.
Need a wicket here.
Dot balls are good.
Dot balls are great. Builds pressure. Pressure builds wickets. That's one. Can he?
Great bowling. Johnson's having a great game, yeah.
Just inside the wide line there. So 2 dots in a row. Can he string a third together?
I like it when Johnson's smiling. I think he's a better cricketer when he's enjoying himself. And
Go, fellas. Lot of pressure here, fellas. He's going to run past it now.
a bit of gamesmanship there from John Dre.
That's big.
Fielder's coming around. This could be out. Good catch. So that is the fall of the second wicket. We're in the 13th over.
So a big wicket there. And Joburg Jets needed that as well. It was just sliding away from them towards the Erode Panthers. Nice little partnership developing between the two. Good catch by Ahmed. Super stoked with himself there.
You could see it was young Olberholzer running in. He didn't take the catch, but he looks like he's enjoying himself. Look at him. He's the most happiest man out there.
Jackals.
Looks like a good team man. He struggled with his first over going for 13. But he hasn't let that bother him. Look at that celebration there. But this is the danger man. Beyond Thanik Chakalam struck that at 270. He's got immense bat speed. Joburg Jets will want to get him earlier. Dangerous player.
Interesting period of play here. He's off the mark straight away.
Direct hit actually might have been interesting there. Have a look, Ben. I think the batsman was just coasting here, but I think it was a bit tighter than he thought.
Oof, you're right. He would have been all gone. That would have been criminal there. He just was slowing himself down.
So Olberholzer under a little bit of pressure. He's just come into this tournament. It's big ask him to come and bowl at the back end. He'll have to bowl 4 overs, or his 4 overs on the trot here beyond if they don't have a 6th bowler. So he's going to have a big say in the final outcome one way or the other. And he's bowling to one of the cleanest strikers in this tournament in the form of Thanika Chalam.
It's good to see the keeper standing back now. Just needs to find a little bit of rhythm.
Bjorn, I don't know if you got to see much of Thanik Chalam's knock.
I watched that. It was a splendid knock. Batted superbly.
He's very dangerous if you get onto his legs. That's well bowled from Johan Olberholzer.
That's the line he's just got to stick with.
It's not easy for a new batsman coming in here, Bjorn, just teeing off from word go.
If he can keep that line and length there, done a job for his team.
Good comeback so far from Olberholzer. Didn't do too much wrong in that first over besides just straying a few down leg, but bowled with a good, lively pace.
It's just his last 3 balls.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can finish off better here.
He bowled him!
That'll settle the nerves.
So he gets rid of Raksham.
lost the game.
Big moment for the youngster. His debut in India.
Yes,
69 from 32 balls. Two new batters at the crease.
Beyond these two players are arguably their most fluent ball strikers. So is still some hope for Erode, but they're going to have to play very well to get their team over the line.
Big mountain to climb. Not impossible though. Play some carefree cricket here. Just not worry too much about losing their wickets. Nothing to lose from here on in.
And I heard that the Cheshire Cats are watching this match in the hotel bar at the Radisson. They need Joburg Jets to win this. If the Erode Panthers win, Cheshire Cats are potentially knocked out this tournament.
AJ for Nico doing the support water work. All smiles. Two to come for Johan. Good to see the skipper back him. Give him another over immediately. He went for 13 in that first over. Skip low. Difficult keeping out there. Difficult batting too.
And it's a great comeback over from Johan Oberholzer. Showing a good temperament. Went for 13 off his first over. He's just gone for 2 of this over and he's picked up a wicket. So just needs to complete the over here.
It's just the one.
So the run rate now is almost, well, it's gone above 11 for the first time.
It looks like Hollywood's coming on to bowl. I think they've got to target him. Yeah, I think out of all the bowlers, possibly the easiest to, especially if he goes full.
This is going to be an interesting one. It's the one type of change that can get you a wicket, but could also cost you a few runs. And I say that because we've seen Thanik Chalam. He's very good leg side, and he might feel like he can walk inside the line of.
Oh, he's got a wicket here. Big appeal. Umpire says foot was down. He's getting good away shape there. He's big smile on Kishore's face there. He's bowled well.
Yeah, he definitely would be preferred to bowl to Balaji. They want to keep Thanik Chalam off strike.
That's a wide. Let's have a look at that replay of the stumping chance. Attempt, should I say. Difficult one for the umpire. Did lift his leg there, but stood second.
Yeah, you know what?
You need a freeze frame by frame.
If you're not sure, the old adage is
Benefit of the doubt to the
batsman, and if you're
not even sure after seeing that.
Yeah, so you know it's one of those ones. It depends on who you're supporting. The Joburg Jets supporters at home will just be saying that's out. Well bowled, well bowled.
It's good pace there.
He's managed to keep Thanik Chalam quiet so far. He's only faced 3 deliveries though. So he just needs a few deliveries to get himself in.
Hendrik Kruger doing lots of chirping in Afrikaans. No one understands it though, so it's going over everyone's heads.
Oh, ball in! Hollywood gets the breakthrough!
Big celebration. He's pumped up. Can hardly control himself there. Good to see all the emotion and passion coming through from the boys from Johannesburg. So I think that's one big nail in the coffin of Erode's chances of winning this match here. Going to need a miracle from here on in.
The main man, Tanik Shalam, still there, but he's been starved of strike. That's the second best. That's up there. We're going to have a celebration. Highlights reel. There's been some good ones. He's not quite sure who to celebrate. Who's he? Oh, and there we go. That's a Hollywood performance of note there.
I think he's been practicing 2 or 3 and he mixed them all up there. He forgot which one to choose. $71 for 4. 65 of 26. More than 2 a ball now. Very good keeping from Ruan Kutzer there. He's having the game of his life, Nishan Kishore.
If you had to try and describe passion, this is what you would just... Oh, not this one. So, Oberholzer to continue. The last ray of hope here is Tanik Chalam. They need his wicket.
It's a good ball. Just inside the line, I thought.
That's the perfect line. You don't want to get too straight to this man. Keep it outside his eye line. He does favour the long on area.
That's aerial. Safe. Going for 2 here. A bit of a fumble. Another direct hit. He was in trouble.
Good run in there from Erode. And this is great bowling actually from Johan Oberholzer. Not getting the ball inside the eye line of Tanik Chapman. Just staying outside that hitting zone.
It's this effort ball that seems to just straight on leg. Kind of loses his shape a bit. Go back to basics. Find his rhythm.
We often talk about you add 2 wickets to the score to get a feel for where the game is, but if you add 2 sixes to the total, yeah, suddenly the game's back on you, Bjorn.
3 sixes. It's not inconceivable either, that. With Tanik Chalam at the crease.
He's only faced 6 balls though, so he's still trying to get to grips of this wicket, and I think today was maybe the day to have got him up the order a little bit. Give him time. He's their best player. Give him time to get used to the wicket. Asking a lot of him to come in this situation.
Well bowled.
Superb from Oberholzer.
Bread and butter for the team. That's all he needs to do. That's the line and length.
Great comeback. Went for 13 from his first over. Since then, he's just gone from 8 from his 9 deliveries following that.
wide there. It's good keeping there.
Yeah, they're trying to make it look like it was a bit tighter.
Very good keeping.
He's been around the block. He's at Kotze behind the stumps.
That's his job, is to make the bowler look neat. Great umpiring there. It's definitely past the wide line. So 79 for 4 after 16, 57 from 20. We've seen that happen before in the Indian Super Series in 2023. Game's dead and buried. The batsman's come in, the 11th hour.
And suddenly,
Sixes turned the game on its head.
Joburg Jets might even be thinking bonus point win. They first got to make sure they take care of the win, but the outside opportunity for bonus point win here as well. Umpire nods and he's out. Nod of the head from the umpire.
Come on, dudes. No need to do that.
I think he...
Umpire's given him the... Raise the finger. Well bowled, the circle. Let's have another look at this. It was a good appeal. Can't see any deviation though. There must have been a sound out there.
The bowler and the keeper are convinced. The umpire immediately nodded his head.
Let's have a look. It's hard to see from that angle.
They both go up at the same time, Beyond. So for me, that telling sign.
He's been watching too much of Rabada. I think that was over the top there.
It's definitely over the top. I think what they basically saying to the batsman, you've hit it, walk, but they don't need to do that. The umpires made the decision.
Yeah.
The batsman's allowed to have a little bit of a look, but the batsman should also be walking.
Anyway, that's the umpire's job to tell him to get on his bike. So it's the youngster, one of my favorites, Manikadan. He bowled so well. He's got a big job on his hands here. He's facing the fiery Lesego Koklobana.
And Joburg Jets are now definitely smelling opportunity to pick up the bonus points as well. And remember, only 4 of the 5 teams that top their group go straight through the quarterfinals, so they will be hoping to bypass the round of the 16.
Oh, it's a good ball. First up. It's unlucky. He's going to go for 4.
That's very unlucky.
It's a superb delivery there. Johannes, Rowan Kutz is saying to Nishan Kishore, that's yours, buddy. He's completely in the wrong position there for Lesego.
He's got a great Yorker, does Lesego. He hardly ever misses when he goes for that Yorker. He executes more often than not.
It was the right delivery as well. Just well done to the batsman for getting some bats on that. He's got the best strike rate in the team. 4 off 1. 53 off 18.
Danik Challam, he's been kept quiet so far. Shows how well the Jets have bowled because he has got some firepower.
2-4 from Lesego, but it's just the 1. They're going for 2. Could be a run out here. Good dive there, saved him.
I think I don't mind him going full to Danik Challam because we know where we saw him against the Cheshire Cats. Trying to get inside it, and oh, that was a tight run out call, but
It was close. Closer than I thought, anyway.
doesn't want to give him anything to get under here. Oh, that's not this bit. Oh, that's compounded. That's a. Oh, that just lets Erode slightly back into the game.
I don't think there was a wide there.
No, I think it was definitely.
I'm looking at the wrong line there.
That was definitely a wide. That was a big wide. That.
He's gone for the slower ball. Hasn't executed that time. It's probably the right game to try a slower ball. I don't see him bowl many. It's a new ball he's been working on, he's been telling me about. Didn't pull it off that time.
Jets have just got to be a bit cautious here. It's not quite over yet.
The skipper's doing some serious calculations on who's left to bowl here. He's giving your hand another one.
Outstanding keep in there.
Pathetic. Shalam on strike. They're looking for two here. It's great running between the wickets.
So just looking at the group tables in between balls. Group B is just completed. All teams having played 3 games. Good ball from Oberhalzer. So three teams have played. All teams have played 3 games, and 3 teams with 2 wins each. So what a tight group that is, but Dolphins just topping that group with 22 points. Mahali Knights on 22 and Versailles on 20. And one would think that all 3 of those teams will probably go through to the knockout. Versailles will probably be the best 3rd place finisher.
Played so well, it'd be a shame if they don't. One of the stronger teams in the tournament. A tough pull that.
And this is a Group E match. And the relevance of that is that Versailles on 20 points would put them above Cheshire Cats should Erode pull off a miracle in his last 2 overs. So it looks like Joburg Jets will top this group here beyond. They'll move up to 16 points with the game in hand. And that game will be against Chandigarh Sharkins. So you'd think Joburg Jets are almost certainly through to the knockout stages if they can complete the expected win here.
41 off 10. Seth was last over here. It's 4 runs. Just 2 straight. Can't bowl at his legs.
Nearly every ball needs to go over the boundary here, or Erode to get over the line.
Just 2 straight. Outside off stump. needs to whisper it in his ear. Don't bowl wicket to wicket.
Bjorn, what's the bonus point situation here? Testing your mass or your use of the LMS app.
I don't have it open, but it's so 20% of 136, somewhere around 110. Don't have much internet.
I think that's something Joburg Jets might want to look at, Bjorn, because if they can secure themselves automatic entry into the quarterfinals.
So, yeah, it's going to be tough. They need to keep them under 108.
108. They'll need wickets for that to happen.
So, yeah, so 109 for the Erode Panthers is their target for bonus points.
Superbly played from the youngster. Manikandan, good left arm spinner. One of the younger players in this tournament, and he shows that he can bat as well.
He's had no dot balls. He's always gets bat on ball, which is what's needed out here. He's doing a great job for his team.
Still a bit of life in this game.
Sekho needs to bring his length back. Repeat what he did yesterday. He's bowling short of a length, outside off stump. That's better. That's good fielding.
Robin does the fielding. Great batting here from the young Manikandan. 12 or 5 now. And this is what they needed at the top of the innings, Bjorn.
It's amazing what bat and ball can do. It's a good delivery there. Should just be one.
So 27 of 5, which effectively means they need 17 or 4. No, not quite 17. It's 15 or 4, and then 12 of the last, Bjorn. So they've given themselves a mathematical chance.
Kishore is doing the right thing there. He's telling everyone to calm down. Getting a bit heated in the field there, which is the last thing you want there.
So I think they've avoided the bonus point loss, the Erode Panthers, so they will pick up the bonus points, and they might feel that...
Snatched a victory from the jaws of defeat here.
Well, they might also be trying to eye out that best third place finish, Leon, so that I don't think they'll get up to 16 points here. I don't think that'll be enough, but they want to try and give themselves the best chance.
Don't like Rowan standing up here.
Yeah, there's nothing to gain.
It's a boundary.
We've waited a while for Thanik Chalam to get going.
It's definitely their best player, or the best batsman.
The game's still mathematically alive. 23 from 4. We've seen that done before, Bjorn. 11 off the next 3 and then a 12 off the last ball. He's got to go 2. He's got to go 2. But he's done the right thing, the youngster there, Bjorn. He's just given his wicket away to get.
Danning Chellan back on strike.
And that's selfish play from the youngster.
Moral victory for Erode there. The right man on strike.
You watch him here on the replay. He goes hard. He knows that it's almost impossible to get the two, but he just had to get his senior player back on strike, and he was well out the frame.
Good nous from the youngster. Good match awareness.
The game's still mathematically on. 22 from 3. Needs a 6, 4, and then a 6 with the last ball.
Just really don't understand why Kutz is standing up here. Maybe he feels the batsman's going to double step.
Oh my word! We said Bennett Jackman is a dangerous player. That's out the park, and the game's still on here, folks.
I'm glad I'm not bowling. Armand van der Merwe. Where is he bowl now? I think he's bowling too full.
No, it's the line, Bjorn. So what he was doing earlier on, they're bowling outside that eye line of the. It's just a bit too straight to tell him you've got to go a little bit wider there.
It's huge.
So there's a lot of nervous people watching this game here, not just the Joburg Jets. The Chandigarh Sharkins, they need the Joburg Jets to win. The Cheshire Cats do.
16 off 2.
He can kill the game with this ball. Anything less than 3 and they're home here. Oh, and there he's done it. He's won the game, we think, here, unless there's a no ball. What a game this has been.
It's been an absolute thriller. Always get worried that this late games or dead rubbers when you're commentating. This has entertained us right to the last ball.
But now there's the keeper should definitely stand back here, because if he bowls a leg side wide or something like that, it goes past him. Bill's coming around. So that's a great game of cricket.
Absolute thriller. Well played to both teams. And well done to Erode for never giving up. And hold their heads high. Superb stuff there. Nice moment between Kutz and the batsman there. Just congratulating him on his batting performance there. Almost snatched a victory there. That's going to hurt in the morning. What a game.
So that almost definitely puts Joburg Jets through to the knockout stages. They've still got a little bit of work to do. They need to ensure that they don't lose badly in the game against Chandigarh Sharkins. Great to see the teams lining up to shake hands. That completes another great day of cricket from the Joe Institute of Technology. We'll be seeing you tomorrow.